Hey everyone, today's adventure is something I have been seeing all over the internet, magnet fishing. So I thought, why not give it a shot myself? So let's go.
A few moments later.
I headed down to a small river nearby, set up my cameras, and honestly I was super excited. But as you will soon see, things didn't exactly go as planned. In this vlog I will show you my failed magnet fishing attempt and later a little twist, how I ended up picking apple with a rope instead. So buckle up, it's going to be an interesting one. So first things first, I bought this magnet fishing kit from Walmart by about 20 bucks. It looked promising online, but when I opened the box, the magnet was way smaller than I expected. Still, I thought no big deal, maybe size does not matter, but spoiler alert, it does. Anyway, I tied the magnet to the rope, gave it a few test throws and started to get the hang of it. At first, I was full of hope. I imagined pulling out something shiny, maybe even something valuable. But after a few minutes, reality hit. I realized the spot I chose probably was not great. I didn't really look like the kind of place where people accidentally drop things. Still, I didn't want to give up. I kept trying, telling myself just one more throw, and then it happened. Right in the middle of one of my casts, the bolt holding the magnet to the rope came loose. I watched in slow motion as my magnet sank straight into the deep water, gone forever. I just stood there frozen, my $20 magnet gone. My excitement also gone. But hey, lesson learned. Always check your nuts and bolts every few through. And if you ever plan to do magnet fishing, trust me, get a bigger magnet. Small ones just don't cut it. After that little disaster, I decided to call it a day, but as I was walking back through the park, I remembered a nearby apple tree I had seen before. Last time I passed by, there were still a few apples left hanging on the top branches, so I figured why not end the day on a better note. If magnet fishing failed, maybe rope apple picking could save the vlog.
Biraz daha yukarı atmam lazım. Hadi o. Atalar üçten değdi. Bundan vuramazsam ama bir dənə tam götürmə haqqım var, onu deyirəm. Ay.
When I reached the tree, most of the apples were already gone. Before I used to knock down apples by throwing other apples at them. Yeah, not the most efficient method. It worked sometimes, but it took forever. This time I used the same rope I had for magnet fishing. I tied a little loop at the end, threw it over a branch and started pulling, and surprisingly it worked great. The rope method made it so much easier to grab the higher apples. It was freezing and my hands were starting to go numb, and so I decided to stop after picking about 15 apples. Some were perfect, others were a bit brushed, but overall not bad for a failed fishing day.
Elə yol var.
So yeah, my first magnet fishing experience didn't go as planned, but I still learned a lot and ended up with fresh apples instead of rusty metal. Not a bad trade, right? I think I will pause the magnet fishing adventures until the weather warms up a bit, but when I come back I'll be ready with a stronger rope, a bigger magnet and maybe a little more luck. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this little adventure, even if it didn't go perfectly, make sure to like the video and subscribe the channel for more real-life experiments, travel and random outdoor adventures. See you in the next one, and until then, stay curious and keep exploring. Bye bye.